So just before this video starts, I do want to give a quick shout out to the Discord server. Join if you want to suggest new video ideas or just come hang out. And if you like what you see here today, you'll like pretty much everything else on my channel. So why not subscribe? Thanks. All right, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video here on the channel. And today we're going to be talking about a situation that I covered about a week and a half ago, or something like that, about a rapper named Dank Demoss, whatever you want to call her. It's the lady that's trying to sue Lyft because she couldn't fit into a car. And now, since I've made that video, a lot of things have happened. Firstly, she fell over on stage. She appeared on The Breakfast Club, and now she's trying to convince everyone that she actually can fit into a car when that's not exactly what's going on. There's a little bit more to it than that. Now look, I said this before in the last video, and I'll say it again. I have all the respect in the world for those who are overweight and are trying to overcome that. You know, they're dieting right, exercising, they're doing whatever they need to do to lose the weight. But for those who think that the world should accommodate them, as in the people who refuse to lose weight but think that the airline should offer an extra seat for free, or case in point, that a rideshare service should be willing to accommodate those who are overweight by not charging them for an XL service. Those people get on my nerves because it actually does way more harm to the people who are actually trying to lose the weight than good. She did give a response though, so let's take a look at that.
I posted this video because y'all got us fucked up. Bitch, I am a big person fucking advocate, and I'm not the only person that they did that shit to, bitch. I'm just the only person that's gonna stand up. I'm the only person that's gonna post the video. Why the fuck y'all don't have an option on the fucking app that say, are you of size, or so that we can send you a bigger car? So that shit is humiliating. Bitch, it's below zero. I'm outside and you pulling off on me, bitch. I don't give a fuck if you gave me my fucking money back.
Now, if you didn't notice, she just kind of soft admitted that she didn't fit into the car in the first place, which, by the way, looked to be like a 2007 Mercedes sedan or something like that. I brought this up before, but a car that small should never be carrying like more than 300, maybe 350 pounds, especially on one side, because that's how cars flip over and people get hurt. The guy even told her in the video that she should order an XL and that she could do that. However, now with this response video, it just kind of seems like she ordered a smaller car on purpose just to get more money via this lawsuit, which, if you guys remember from the last video, her lawyers were interpreting the law of Michigan where the incident took place as this being akin to saying that you don't want a black person in your car or you don't want a Christian in your car, which I still think is very stupid, especially considering that Lyft has an XL version of cars that they can send out to people who are overweight. So it's not even like they're excluding bigger people or obese people from riding with them. They can still do that. They just have to order an XL. Now let's talk about this laughable video on Twitter that was posted of her actually getting into a small SUV, a video of which she plans on using in court against Lyft.
See me last time I went to cop me a Durango, thanks to Al. As a woman, I am not a doctor. I cannot save you.
We got everything.
I don't know, y'all. I might just cop the rain.
And you know, here's the thing about that video. Like, that's a bigger car than what the guy was originally driving in the video, but am I crazy, or does she still barely fit in it? Like, yeah, I mean, I guess they're able to drive away, but if you barely fit inside of a small SUV, which, you know, is crazy to me why you would even try to use this in court, but it would be much better if you got inside of a smaller car and tried to use that as like evidence that you could fit inside of that other dude's car, which, by the way, you can see how small that car is in the original video. You didn't even have to look at the full thing. Firstly, yes, she did need a part of the couch that they had in the background to actually make herself comfortable and sit down, because the regular office chair was just too tight, I guess, or too small. It kind of makes you wonder why she's even doing stuff like this in the first place, because if you ask me, this is all just stuff that's contrary to what she's trying to portray, or at least the message that she's trying to send, because if you couldn't even fit into a regular office chair, what makes you think anybody's going to believe that you could fit into a damn car with a seat that's pretty much the same size as the one that she's sitting in? Another thing is with Charlemagne. Now, if you guys don't know who Charlemagne the God is, he's one of the hosts for The Breakfast Club, which is a radio show that comes on in the morning, usually focusing on rap and hip hop culture and just other things that might be around the world, right? And Charlemagne is almost notorious for the stuff that he says to guests that he has on his show. There's like an entire compilation of it, actually, of him just saying the most out-of-pocket stuff. Now, I don't know why this interview in particular, he wasn't the same Charlemagne that I am familiar with. Maybe he hasn't been that for some time now, but I remember back when he interviewed Post Malone, the guy who made White Iverson, and it was around that time where he broke into the rap space. He was grilling this man for no reason. Like, it was almost like he didn't want him in the rap space. And here he is interviewing Dank Demoss, someone who is less deserving of the spotlight when it comes to the rap space, at least less than Post Malone, bro. I mean, like, let's be honest. But here he is in the seat next to her, and it's almost like he doesn't want to say the quiet part out loud like he usually does. And as I'm watching the interview, I'm just like, yo, why is he not going in, bro? Like, for what? What are you sparing her feelings for? And keep in mind, the stuff that he said to Post Malone, he's been called out for already. You know, people have spoken their piece on it and whatever. But I feel like if you ask him now what he thinks about Post Malone, he'd probably still say the same thing. Now let's get back to Dank. She says something about Southwest being the ones to accommodate people if they're too big, you know, if they need an extra seat. And this just goes back to what I was saying before, and I hope you can understand what I'm saying when I say this, is that people like this don't really have respect for me, like, at all. You can't go around life expecting that everyone's going to be accommodating of you, especially when you're, one, as heavy as you are, two, there are other options for heavy people to get around, and three, you could do a whole bunch of other things like exercise and going on a caloric deficit to lose the weight. Here's one last thing about the situation that I really hate, and we'll end off with this. I brought up the fact that the Lyft driver might actually lose his job because of all of this stuff. And it could very well be the case that this guy's doing this for a living. He might be out all day, all night, trying to just get by. And because someone like this feels so entitled, they end up making a situation way bigger than it actually has to be, no pun intended. And you know what? I wouldn't be surprised if other people around the country have done this before, because it's not right. Why on earth should they ever sacrifice their vehicle and potentially their life for someone who isn't self-conscious enough to at least order an XL version of a car that the rideshare service can happily provide? It makes absolutely no sense to me why people will just do some stuff like this, cause a big fuss, even get somebody fired potentially, and all for what? For some more money? Money she might not even get, and I hope she doesn't, because she doesn't deserve it at all. Absolutely ridiculous. Anyways, guys, that's gonna be it for me today. I hope you did enjoy. If you did, hit that like button. If you want more content similar to this, hit that subscribe button. I'll see you in the next one. Sub up, stay safe, and peace.